Hello, and welcome to this course on the basics of karma. I'm Chris Montoya, founder and practitioner at Inner Light Works, New Mexico Spiritual Hypnosis Partnership. Today I want to share with you some of the basic ideas about karma and how it is the underpinning of past life regression hypnosis. So, what is this law of cause and effect I've mentioned in prior videos? Well, simply put, karma is the equalization of energy. What you cause into existence manifests, and then it comes back at you to experience as well. If one is a giving person and shares their gifts, their talents, and joys with others, then they are reciprocated in nature with blessings and the joys that others provide for them. Well, it's not always a one-for-one relationship, nor is it generated back in the same way it was put out. There is a balancing of energies that does take place. In this photo, you see two beings connected by threads to others on the carving, showing how we are all interconnected in thought and in actions. One thing that can be noted is that the grace of love and forgiveness can erase karma between people and situations. This might mean that one lifetime your current spouse, your partner, or child perpetrates an injustice to you, so they spend a latter life compensating for it, even if nothing happened between you both in this particular lifetime. A simple act of forgiveness can clear that ancient history together forever, completing the cycle of karmic returns. Some relationships deepen as a result of completing karma, and other times they come to a conclusion since there's nothing more to learn from that person. Forgiveness is a universal magic act that can rekindle love, regrow relationships, and renew faith in ourselves and others. Now, there are 5 kinds of karma as outlined by Dick Sutphin in his book Past Life Therapy in Action. The first of these 5 are known as balancing karma. For example, if you were a soldier in a previous lifetime that was tasked with killing people of an indigenous nature, you might come back in a later lifetime as a native person to understand the other side of that equation and experience the hardships that was the cause in the previous lifetime. This is the most basic understanding of karma, and in past life regression, we see examples of this balancing of experiences time and again. The next type of karma is physical karma. This is the idea that abuse is done to the body in one lifetime that can show up as related ailments in a current lifetime. So as you can see from this image here, someone on the left-hand side in a previous lifetime might have smoked throughout her entire life, and in the current lifetime could be reborn and have severe asthma or lung infections. Sometimes symptoms can disappear from physical karma simply by identifying the root cause of the ailment in a past life regression session. So this is the first of 2 false karmas, and this is known as the false fear karma. So what is false fear karma? It is the incorrect assumption that something that happened in a previous life can be compensated for in this lifetime. For example, if in a previous lifetime someone experienced sailing the high seas, and at some point the ship sunk, and the person died on the ship as it sunk, they may decide to come back in the current lifetime terrified of any type of water. So the thought of going swimming, even in a small pool, can be terrifying. Another example happened in session to a woman who was dealing with a heavy weight issue. In a previous lifetime, she saw herself as a slender and pretty woman, but was terrorized and raped, so she decided to come back ugly to avoid that situation again in the current lifetime. Of course, she really wasn't ugly, but she told herself that she was. The second type of false karma is false guilt karma. This is the supposed repayment for being involved in something awful that really wasn't one's fault, but they believe that they are at fault, and it manifests in retribution, usually emotionally, and with severe physical conditions in the current lifetime. For example, a taxi driver in the early 20th century was taking a fare somewhere, and a kid darted out in front of the car, and the car struck the kid and he died. The cab driver was distraught at the accident that he really didn't cause, but he felt responsible for and had deep guilt with it. So he was reborn in the current life as a woman who struggled with polio to punish himself for the guilt of killing the child in the previous lifetime. Now, both false fear and false guilt might not be detected by traditional means. This is the healing power of past life regression sessions. It provides a format where one could connect the dots, release fear or guilt, and move on with their lives. The fifth and very positive type of karma is the fruition of developed abilities over multiple lifetimes. When people are exceptionally talented or even child prodigies, many times, like all of us, they carry over cultivated abilities from other lifetimes. In our fictional example, it might be possible that Madonna is an incarnation of Eva Peron. There are parallels between both ladies then and now. These types of karma can help people get through a life and achieve success and really fulfill what they were intended to do in this particular lifetime. This is a good point to pause and notice, what do you do better than most? And reflect on what might you have cultivated in other lifetimes that was brought forward in this lifetime. Now, at some point in dialogue with clients, they ask me about karmic contracts. So what exactly is a karmic contract? The idea is that you and others planned what you would do with each other before being born to learn lessons and to fulfill karmas in this lifetime. Of course, best laid plans can go haywire or even unfulfilled. This image of the imagined mosaic in Strawberry Fields Memorial in Central Park, New York City, was created to commemorate John Lennon right across the street from the building where he was killed. Consider the possibility that he and his killer decided to kill him so that it could impact an entire generation of people and help them grow, evolve, and look at their own beliefs around death. While we can't know for certain if this was the cause, one can imagine how much that goes on in fulfilling karmic contracts. Is it possible to end contracts? My experience in sessions is that if the lessons and experiences are complete, contracts can be marked fulfilled or even torn up. With such a ripe topic as karma, it can show up in multiple ways in the past life regression. Each event that is visited creates a composite picture of how events in previous lifetimes create karma, whether false, balanced, or positive. Even if one doesn't believe in reincarnation and karma, it helps to identify patterns of issues to release them. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos about the nature of spiritual hypnosis and past life regression.